Hi my lovelies, I hope you guys are having a great day wherever in the world you may be. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So it's a beautiful weather today. I'm enjoying this. The sun is out but the breeze is also blowing. So in today's content we are heading to the Museum of Belize. Yes, I know I did a previous vlog with a Museum of Belize, but that one is MOBA, Museum of Belize Arts. So it was more of an art museum, but today we are heading to the main Museum of Belize. This one is more historical, so we get to take a walk through Belize's history. So I'm on Queen Street heading towards the museum. Morning. Well, that's so sweet. They're feeding a stray. This is Daly Street. Good morning. Hello. We have Eve Street. Museum of Belize and House of Culture. So, where is it? This is Central Bank. This is the museum here, and behind it we have Central Bank. So this is Gabriel Lane. I'm not sure what the other lane is of the other location. Alright guys, so this is the Museum of Belize and also House of Culture. But like I told you guys, the other one is Museum of Belize Arts. So this one should be more historical and very interesting. So this is located in front of Central Bank. Here's the hours. So Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Morning. Museum of Belize and Houses of Culture. Good morning.
Are you vlogging?
Yes. Is that an issue?
Could you just turn it off for a second?
Sure, it's not on you. I don't have to film you.
You can vlog, but that's the different best part.
That's fine. This is not in real time. I can crop you guys out. Okay, it says welcome to the Museum of Belize City. Enslaved, the rise and fall of slavery in Belize. So we start off here. I'll just walk around and show you guys inside of the museum. Is this Gabriel Lane? Okay. I went to the mobile. I thought that was number 8 Gabriel Lane because it has the same address.
Because we're connected, maybe they have to meet the companies that
Yeah, as that address. So do you know the name of that lane?
Museum of Belizean Art.
Yeah, but what is the name of the street?
Yeah, the Medicinal drive. It
Oh,
was for
the GG?
before.
Yes.
And then Medicinal drive.
Oh, so it's the Manita Drive. Got it. Thank you. So guys, I gave you false information. The location of the the Museum of Belize Arts is not Gabrielline. This is Gabrielline. They had the address of the main museum there. The 2 to 3 months journey from the coast of West Africa across the Atlantic Ocean to the Caribbean is known as the Middle Passage. Human cargo was stripped naked, chained, and stuffed into ships called slavers. Under license, these ships were never to execute 350 slaves, but it was not uncommon for near 800 African men, women, and children to be stowed. Slave bunk. So this one is more historical, like I told you guys. It speaks of the journey of slavery in Belize, the British slave ship Brooks. This one speaks about the slave auctions. At slave markets, the Africans were prepared to be sold like livestock. They were washed, shaved, and oiled with coconut oil or tar to make them appear in optimal health to increase their sale price. There were various methods of sale. A scramble was when buyers simply grabbed whom they wished to purchase. Most popular, though, was the auction, as agents could rely on bidding to drive up the price. At the auction, slaves were examined, measured, weighed, and physically propped by buyers. After being purchased at public auctions, the slaves were branded much the same as chattel and given new names. Once they arrived at the master's property, they were given over to previously bought slave for seasoning. This was the process of learning about life in their new surrounding and fulfilling the master's expectations. Majority of the slaves acquired in Belize came from the territory of Jamaica and had been somewhat seasoned before importation to the colony. Slave shackle, and I think it's pronounced Malays. What is this for? Oh, here it has it right here. Manillas are open ringed bracelet made from copper, bronze, or brass with enlarged ornaments on either end. They were a form of West Africa currency popular between the 1430s to the 1960s. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So, have you guys been in the Museum of Belize before? This is my first time here. So this shows how they were chained with shackles. Cruelty towards the slave. This is a nice walk through history, guys. I encourage each of you guys, if you've never been here before, local Belizeans, you guys should visit the museum at least once in your lifetime. We will enter each room. I don't want to miss anything. Oh, yes. The Folktales Folkers. Enslaved African within Belize's mahogany camp were able to transcend morals and values through folktales. These were mainly in the form of animal tales, trickster tales, not to mention tall tales. One of the most popular animal trickster tales in Belize is the folklore hero Anansi. So this is the African Anansi. And then this is the Belizean Anansi. Anansi Bra Tiger. I know this story too. But I believe from generation to generation the story changed. Anansi, known as the cunning trickster spider in Belize, is of West African origins. The term Anansi itself is an Akan ethnic group in Ghana, word for spider. In West Africa, most folklore characters are represented by animals, and the associated stories serve to teach some moral lesson, especially for children. Medicinal herbs. Bush medicine is an expertise which some enslaved Africans had a familiarity with prior to bondage in Belize. Within Belize's slave society, enslaved Africans were able to develop and utilize this knowledge within the logwood and mahogany camps. The discovery of herbs and plants to cure various diseases was acquired through trials and errors. Presently, there are many Creoles, Garifuna, and the wider Belizean society who opt for bush medicine as a means of home remedy at the initial instances of illness. So we still believe in bush medicine. A lot of people don't go to hospitals or take medications. They use the natural thing, which is bush medicine, medicinal herbs. Are you guys familiar with any of these ones? We have the billyweb bark, moringa, gombolimbo bark. I know the bucket leaves, senna leaves, fever lemongrass leaves. You have jackass bitters. I used to get it as a kid. Cedar bark, cerasee, yes. Those were the bitter thing. The one where you cry for take. And they force you to drink the cerasee. Provision bark, China root, and this one is new to me, jengweo. Are you guys familiar with these herbal medicines? Is this the jail cell? I believe this is the jail cell. You guys see that chain, right? I think this was a lynching cell. I think think they did lynching in the cell. We're going to read and find out though. So this is what the old prison yard looked like. Prison gate before remodeling. This was the prison padlock and keys. Cut 9. Warden's Club. Clarence Fort, Superintendent of Prison. Box TV. Does it have a big box? Box TV. Still has power. So it doesn't say anything about lynching, but I saw a picture with a chain. Victor Lopez. Victor Lopez, 23 years old, was executed on May 19th, 1930 for the murder of his newly wedded wife, Ida Lopez, 18 years old. In conclusion from the Belize newspaper, on January 8th, 1930, Ida's skeleton was found near a pasture field by the roadside. Reports indicated that on December 17, 1929, Victor Lopez killed his wife while going to Corozal with her. According to evidence, he murdered her with a .32 caliber revolver on December 17, 1929. The only reason for murdering his wife was that he was forced to get married to Ida Lawrence because he had gotten her pregnant. Wow, that's insane. Marcus O'Brien. Marcus O'Brien murdered his sister, Miss Beatrice Sutherland, and 2 of her adopted children, Cecilia Sutherland and Kenneth Wade. The dispute arose over a piece of pants cloth O'Brien stole from his sister. Beatrice, along with the 2 children, were in a dory paddling towards Rancho Dolores. They were on their way to identify the cloth when O'Brien intercepted them, killing all 3 by hitting them with a paddle. He then broke each of their neck on the side of the dory. O'Brien, on being sentenced to death, laughed it off, asking the judge to continue the investigations into the 3 deaths. He went to the gallows with a smile on his face, jumping up from where he was sitting, ready to go when the waters came for him that morning. Total psycho. This is history of the building. In 1857, the present substational brick building known as the Belize prison was erected. This prison is situated near the old hospital on Gabriel Lane, facing the sea. The boundary wall of the prison, built of concrete, encloses nearly 3 acres of ground and gives way now to the Central Bank building and the present museum. These are just news clippings. First murderer to be executed in almost 5 years. 10 Bowers. Fire at HM Prison. Prison fire. So that is inside the old prison cell, the only prison cell of the old prison. What do you guys think of that? Modern day slavery, criminal exploitation, debt bondage, forced labor, sex trafficking. Those are known as modern day slavery. It says slavery is everywhere. This is a map of mahogany cups. So this one speaks of the wood cutting. Wood cutting, a seasonal trade requiring hard labor, depended heavily on slave labor. The conditions of camp life were extraordinarily grueling, with lasting effect on the lives of the enslaved. This was the logwood helmet, the kiskis. This was used for removing coal to and from the fire and for catching crabs. Look at the kiskis. I heard of this from my grandmother. The binder was used in the loading of the mahogany logs. And this is the binder. Then we have the pick, which is that. And it was a tool used in the extraction of mahogany logwood. And this one here is the chain link. That was used to strap logs to facilitate secure transportation to logs down the river. How would I pronounce this? So this was a tool used for cutting crops such as rice and wheat. And then we have the peewee. I heard of this one as well in school. In regards to the history of Belize, I was not a fan of history class, guys. The peewee was used to pack and transport mahogany logs during the boom process. Okay. What do we have here? This is the logwood. So there you have it. The saw was used by slaves to cut logwood trees. Food. Slaves received allowances of Irish pork, flour, or plantain. However, the slaves supplemented their diets by cultivating small plots of land with vegetables and ground foods such as yams, plantain, rice, corn, and garden vegetables for eating. What is the name? Oh, it's just an iron pot. So this pot was used to cook meals for the woodcutters while at camp. Clothing. So this is the material. It's a cotton fabric. Belize town. What we know today as Belize City was once the center of the settlement. Old Belize town. The British, who did not occupy St. George's Caye, built their homes within the boundaries of the tiny town. There were just about 200 houses in town by 1790, many of which were owned by the affluent members of society. Landscapes of Old Belize. So this was the church that you guys saw in my previous vlog, the Anglican Cathedral Church. This is Wesley's Church. This is Fort George. That's the near the Memorial Park that I took you guys. This is the old, this one is the old courthouse. This is not clear, but this is St. George's Caye. And this here is Honduras Free School. And this is the Newtown Barracks. This one is Yarborough Cemetery. These are the coins. This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one we had was the Jamaican coins, and then we ran out, and then we sent the things back. That is called the 8 reals.
The 8 reals.
8 reals. Whenever they would purchase something out of it, they would cut it up in 8 different pieces like that. And it's very simple.
That's interesting.
So imagine you go to a shop after 8 reals.
Yeah, still they cut it. So this was the second coin of Belize, called the 8 reals, because they used to cut it into 8 pieces, and it's pure silver. It's very interesting. So these ones here are the banknotes. $2. But it doesn't look like this anymore. 10, 20. We had $1 paper. I hate that I'm not aware of that. We had $1 paper, guys. Wow. I wasn't aware that we had a $1 paper. $5. I like the money better when it looks like this, truth be told. And we're going to change it again. We have lamps here. So you guys know about these lamps, right? My granny had one like this one right here. Before the installation of electricity in Belize on the 28th April 1906, lightning depended on the means of individuals. From candles to brass and porcelain lamps. My granny used to have a porcelain lamp for so long. And she used to still use it even though we had electricity. The flag of Belize. So it says the Belize flag on display was recovered from the rubble of the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001 and stand as a reminder of that tragic morning. So these are the medicine bottles. These are more bottles. Creating civilization. Who knows what they're doing here? Is this a game? These are our Mayan brothers and sisters.
El problema del pitón de Birmania es causado por los humanos. Mascotas que han escapado se han convertido en depredadores invasores y se necesita un tipo especial de cazador para cazarlas de este ecosistema en conflicto. Entonces, cuando intento encontrar un pitón, solo trato de usar la capacidad de mi cerebro para reconocer patrones y, de hecho, busco ese patrón en la piel. Ese es el 90% de lo que busco cuando veo un pitón. Es ese patrón. Para entonces, había atrapado poco, incluido este monstruo de 5 metros. Ella sola.
Una de las partes, y no es su culpa que estén aquí, siendo este el caso, debemos hacer todo lo que esté en nuestras manos para usar la mayor cantidad de pitones posibles para que no se desperdicie y no se pudra en una pila en aquella parte.
La caza de pitones y la alta monta no suelen ir en la misma oración. Ello, sin embargo, se ha asociado con misma una.
Chai tree. I will not try to pronounce all these words. It's bad enough that I couldn't pronounce some of the Belizean Creole medicines, so I won't attempt the Mayan trees and garden stuff. So look at those. This is agriculture and the art of survival. These are some of the tools in agriculture. Axes, the fishing sinker. So downstairs is the Belize's history and slave history, and up here is for the Mayan culture. We have fashion and jade. I think this is the stone face or stone head that was recreated in MOBA, the one that I saw. It looks similar to it. This is a self-guided museum, guys, so I hope that this video is still informative, even though we don't have anyone to take us around and explain these things on display. An art form of molding clay into pottery. Sculptures and carvings, craftsmanship. These are some of the Mayan clothing. This is more traditional, I would say. They still dress like this, but this is more modern. No, this is beautiful. Is this like a straw bag? I like this. This is so fashionable. These ladies are very skilled and talented. And this is a very strong culture. You know, a lot of cultures are dying now because the younger generation has no interest in their culture. But I always say that the Mayan culture is very strong. So this is the Spanish olive oil jar. This is a chunk of the jade. The jade stone, it looks like it has a rough surface, but it actually feels smooth. These are jade faces. These are jade beads and pendants. So these colorful polychrome murals have been destroyed. So Thomas made this illustration and it's very beautiful. So these are jade, but in jewelry. So this is the square jade ear. This is also a jade ear, but jade ear flare. This, of course, is the jade necklace. This one is the jade shell beads. And this is another jade and shell. This is a combination of jade and shell necklace.
So that's why I'm able to do it like just regularly. But I also send some to you guys through WhatsApp. Yeah. Okay. And then I try to.
This is the mosque temple. So these are vessels. We have dishes, we have vase. This is a cylinder vase. Look the back here. This one is a tripod jar. You can see it have the 3-foot stand here. So this is the tripod jar. This is another vessel, the effigy vessel. This one is a slit wrench. This one here. And this one is a stone bark beater. And this one was used to prepare paper in which Maya wrote. And then we have the flint. So, are any of you guys that are watching from the Mayan descent? And can you tell me anything historical about the Mayan people, the culture? Have you guys had Mayan food before? Have you visited any Mayan ruins in your life before? So we just have bigger vase, plates, pots, bowls. This one is about the Lord Smoking Shell Stella, who is a Maya ruler of Lamani. And this is an illustration with the color. So this depicts a 7th century Maya ruler, and the name is taken from the shell and smoke symbols. So we're walking through a history of the Garifuna culture now. So this is Pen Caetano, who is known as the King of Punta Rock. So this is the King of Punta Rock. In the late 1970s, Pen Caetano led the movement for the evolution of traditional Garifuna music known as Punta to the now popular Punta Rock. So he's the Punta King. This is the feminine drum that you guys are looking at. This one right here. And this one is the first drum. This one is the masculine drum, and it was the first drum. And this one is the second one, known as the feminine drum. So this is an African xylophone. This is what it looks like. So remember, the Garifunas are the closest descendants of the African. So they use some of the same instruments. I wasn't sure what's the name, the traditional name of the shaka, and here it has Sisira. Guys, remember, I'm not familiar with these words, and I'm not a part of the Garifuna culture, but I believe it's pronounced like that, Sisira. I know it as shaka or maracas. And then the turtle shells. This is another instrument. So Pen Caetano is the king of Punta Rock. He started the movement of the traditional Garifuna music known as punta. So this is a self-portrait that Pen Caetano himself did, and this was done in 1995. So this is him. So this is the art side of it. Again, this one was done by Pen Caetano, and this is Ingrid portrait. And this one was done in 2001. This man was an artist as well as a musician. Pen Caetano again. This is just children dancing, and if we were to guess, I would say, of course, they're dancing the punta rock music, right? This one is a big painting. A big and very beautiful painting. And this looks like the Garifuna culture as well. You can tell. Yes, this one is done by Mr. Caetano again. He did this painting in 1996. This is about cassava baking in Hopkins. So yes, it's the Garifuna culture. It's very detailed. Do you guys know what cassava is? Have you had it before? So in the Garifuna culture, the women used to be the ones to do all the hard labor, all the hard work. They didn't stay home and just take care of the children. They used to go out and work, do hard labor. These are very strong women. You notice that the dogs are always around. So these are all done by Mr. Caetano. This man is very talented, right? these are the kind of paintings that I can appreciate. The ones that show the simple things in life, how simple life used to be. And the reason why I say that is because back then there weren't much, but everyone was happy. See, the kids were happy. There weren't any fuss between the parents. We were happy with the little that we had. This again is done by Mr. Caetano. I think this whole side of the museum is dedicated to that man. See guys, artist Caetano. You guys think he had a stronger passion for painting than music? What is this title? Woman in the Secret Room, Garinago Gabayaba. Remember, I'm only trying to pronounce these words. This one is they have Garifuna titles, some of them have those names. But again, it's from Mr. Caetano. This one is the Black Summit. So I could see this is a garden, right? And this is the snake. And this looks like an illustration of Adam and Eve, but it also has an interracial mix to it. Let's see what's the title. Adam and Eve in Dangriga Garden. I like the interracial twist to it. So this entire room is filled with paintings done by Mr. Caetano. Pen Caetano. Pen Caetano. This one is interesting as well. So this was the landing of Aliho Beni, the Garifuna of the landing of Aliho Beni. This one is about the movement of the Garinago. See, they have a master there. And their rivals. He's challenging the master. The master with the whip, the slave. Someone is on the ground. Someone is being burnt. All the green, my favorite color. Butterflies and moths. So the museum is very interesting, guys. It's self-guided, but I think you guys should definitely come here. Take a walk through Belize's history, especially if you are Belizean. You must come here. It's like a must. And this visit at the museum definitely did something for me. So these are some bugs and other insects. The reflection is not so good, guys. So this is a bird room. So this is a black and white owl. Oh. This is a falcon. This is a warbler, black and white warbler. So they have a bird room here as well. This is a forest falcon. One is a hawk and the other one is a gray cutbird. This is a royal flycatcher. And of course, the keelbill toucan is one of Belize's national symbols. This is the wedge-tail. This is the yellow-billed. This is a northern photo. They look so realistic because they are. Oh. Bro. This one is the Great Corazon. These are real birds. A tribute to Mary Lydia Waite. This is her. This here is the Caspian tern. This one is the sandwich tern. This is a cormorant. This one is a kingfisher. And who do we have here? Bare-throated tiger heron. Oh, this is a heron. So these are real birds. The cause of death, see, hit by a vehicle. This is cute. It says, "Dear visitor, thank you for coming to see me. I am sorry to have missed your visit, but I am currently out on a maintenance job. Kindly leave a message with any of my feathered friends. They'll be sure I get it. Sincerely, Mr. Bird." So this is the white-fronted parrot. So I like this side because it gives you like a nature feel. So that is it for the Belize's museum. On the first floor, you guys can find Belize's history, the journey of the slave, the only cell of the old jail. And on the second floor, there's a combination of the Mayan culture, the different jewelries, the plates, the stones, and Maya ruin. You could also find the Garifuna culture and paintings as well that depicts the Garifuna culture and the arrival. You could also find a bird room, and you also have the entomology room. That one there is full of butterflies, moths, insects, and bugs. I will call that one the green room. And that's about it. It's very interesting, and I would encourage you guys, Belizeans or tourists, to come and visit the Belizean Museum. So there's two. There's this one, which is much more historical and cultural. And then you have the Museum of Belize Arts, also known as MOBA. That one is to display arts and other craft work done by local Belizeans. And I think you guys should visit both of them. This one has arts as well, but the arts that are displayed are mainly those of Pen Caetano, which is the king of Punta Rock. So his arts are more of the Garifuna. So if you want to see other arts besides the Garifuna culture, then you guys should definitely check out MOBA, Museum of Belize Arts. That is not located on Gabriel Lane. This is Gabriel Lane, the main museum, but that museum, MOBA, it has the main address on the entrance, which is Gabriel Lane, and that is not Gabriel. Thank you guys. But that is not the exact address that will lead you here. This is number 8 Gabriel Lane. Guys, it was very, very interesting, and I had a great time here. Okay guys, so that was it for the museum tour. Let me know what you guys think. I was so pleased to be here. It's very interesting. Like I told you guys, it's self-guided, so you can walk around and read the signs. There won't be anyone to explain anything to you, but it's very, very interesting. I encourage you all to come. I'm very pleased that I made it here, not just here, but at both museum of Belize and also MOBA, Museum of Belize Arts. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys think of the museum. Was it informative enough? Would you guys come here? Which part of the museum was your favorite? What do you think about the different cultures and the history, the journey of the slave? Leave comments and let me know. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Remember to like, subscribe, and also hit the bell. Until next time, see you guys soon. Bye.